Keppy, thank you so much for taking our time to answer a few of our questions. Just a quick one. Um, Understanding this relationship, from what you've said so far, I understand that she had a better and a balanced environment because daddy is in the picture. So, what happens to daughters who are groomed by just single mothers? Do you think they would have some kind
the
of
problem with single parenting is inherent in that is the overcompensation. Any single mother overcompensates because she knows that there's no father, so she has to play both roles. And in exhibiting such dual functions, they overcompensate, they overindulge. But there's a balance. So even where, for instance, I may be seen to be indulging my daughter, my wife is there scolding, correcting, I'm not your father, all of that, me, I'm real, I'm your mother, I love you very much, and this is wrong. She was always there to find a voice. But where you have to exhibit both roles, you find out that you cannot challenge yourself. You end up overcompensating because you're saying it's my fault. I have this child, it's my fault that the guy left. So most single parents always overcompensate. So yes, in an ideal situation, children should grow in a balanced environment. You know what I mean? So they would understand how to relate with everybody.
It's essential for their mental balance, their mental and emotional balance, of course.
It's essential, yes, but it's not impossible for single parents to achieve if they also realize that sometimes we're overcompensating. We're blaming ourselves for the excesses of the child. Children are exposed to those excesses naturally because there's peer group, they have access to the internet, and they're highly imaginative. So they're more creative. They smile at you because we think they're young and stupid, but they smile at you because they know more. So if you can't create a liaison, sort of a relationship that is treasured and not imposed, treasured, mutually respectable, then you have a problem with your relationship with your child. You have to get your child to understand that you're a parent, even though you're a friend. There's a thin distinction between parental abuse can be taken, but with parenting, that abuse will not be taken. Even though we can be friends. Some of those no-goes created stability and balance. So there was some wellness because several walls were broken. If she could talk to daddy at 9, 10, 11 about her menstrual cycle, meant she could talk about anything under the surface of the earth. She knew she had that, and she knew that daddy for her at that time, and maybe that was an ultimate.
So she had the emotional security.
So she had emotional security, which translated to physical confidence. And I could see that when she was fighting, because she started doing taekwondo when she was 5, and she became very aggressive with her fights. She was very confident in her fights. And one time when she stopped, when she was doing a fight, and she was beaten by another girl who was heavier than her, it discouraged her from fighting, and I had to give her a lecture. I said, sometimes you don't win it all. But sometimes in defeat you realize you have to invest more. And I never got her to go back to fighting, but it created for her pictures of what life presented. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but you never stop trying.
And the final question, do you think, or what's the challenge for the girl or the woman in the entertainment industry?
All right, we had a more exhaustive discussion behind the scenes. But what we're going to do is quickly compress particular situations. We're going to compress this, even though I don't want to say this, but we're going to have to compress it so that we can build each other understanding. Mothers are major culprits in this situation. The emphasis is for my daughter to be presentable, So most mothers live vicariously through their daughters. They want their daughters to be very domesticated, nice, good cooks in the kitchen. They wash up after themselves. Even though they have younger brothers, they make the older daughters still go into the kitchen and do everything. Most mothers baby the sons. And for the daughters, they seemingly prepare them for marriage. But unfortunately and unconsciously, they're making them subservient to the guy. Because they have an older sister washing the plates after her younger one. They're saying you're taking care of your younger brother. No. The younger brother grows up seeing his sister being a servant to him. Those experiences are difficult experiences to totally wipe from your memory even as you grow older. And you hear your mom criticizing, chastising your sister all the time when she doesn't do one thing or the other, and you're just there playing around kicking the ball. Yeah? So that happens. Mothers accidentally, should I say, subconsciously reduce the integrity of most girls. So they're constantly fighting for recognition unconsciously. The young lady constantly fights for approval. So she's over-serving. She washes after her younger ones, she cooks after younger ones, all because she wants to hear thank you. You know, so it's an unconscious pressure by mothers, which I think we need to restructure in a way. We need to restructure that our male children have to be involved in domestic as well, so that they can begin to respect, you know, and not expect that this will be done to me because I'm a guy. No, there's equality in sexes. Young girl child grows up expecting gratification, expecting thank you, and presenting servitude. So we dislocate the girl child from the get-go. And you can find distinction when you compare children who have encouragement from the home front against children who have been groomed to be subservient. You see it willingly.